So I'm just currently wandering down to my local Lawson because I've actually ordered a SIM card off Amazon Japan, and they deliver it to your local convenience store. So I wasn't too sure about having stuff delivered to my apartment, so I thought it would be easier to get it delivered to the local Lawson. My confirmation email confirming that it's there ready to be picked up was actually all in Japanese, so I Google translated it, and the process of picking it up isn't quite clear, so I've written down as much as I could on a little slip of paper, and we'll see how we go when we get there. So that wasn't too difficult. I just went into the Lawson store and there was a little red terminal which you go in, and I'm really glad that I read the email very well because the entire terminal was in Japanese, but the email that I got just told me to enter 2 numbers and told me what order to do them in. So I just plugged them in, the receipt came out, I handed the receipt to the lady at the counter and she gave me my box. How good is that? Guys, I'm having a really frustrating day. So I'm having a lot of problems with this mobile phone business. The problem is that if you're only in Japan for a short period of time, so less than 3 months, you're not allowed to get a Japanese phone number. So if you're here for longer than that, then you are allowed to. So that's why I've been able to get myself a Japanese phone number. But the problem is that none of the websites are in English, because generally they're meant for Japanese residents, not for people overseas. So I'm really struggling to try and follow the directions of what I'm supposed to do now that I've got the SIM card. So I tried to activate the SIM card following the instructions by calling from my mobile phone, which of course doesn't work because it says it's not registered. So I go down to a payphone and it won't allow me because it doesn't recognize the number that I'm calling from. So I'm at a bit of a loss, I'm super grumpy. So I went to the shops on my way back from the payphone and bought myself an onigiri. This one here is a tarako onigiri, which is a salted cod roe. It's very delicious. And this is just my consolation prize because I can't figure out what I'm doing. I just want to have internet when I'm out and about, so I have maps, and I'm getting grumpy. So I'm going to enjoy my onigiri and maybe watch a movie and sulk for a bit. But I'm in Japan, so I should just suck it up and be happy. So I'm taking a walk down to the park that I mentioned in, I think, yesterday or the day before's video. I actually went down there and found where it was last night, but by the time I got there it was quite dark and I didn't really want to be wandering around a new park at night time. So it's about 5 more minutes this way, so about 10 minutes from my place, so not very long walk. Some of the gardens around here are so green. So those trees behind that house there, that's the park I'm trying to get to. But you have to take all these little winding roads to get there. I'm not sure if there's some easier way, but this is the only way that I've found. With all the cats. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Do you guys live here? Do you belong to people? Guys, the park just started playing music. I don't know where the music's coming from, but the entire park is playing music now. It's kind of creepy. I'm not exactly sure what this is, and I can't exactly read this sign, but I see the year 1952, so I'm going to assume this tree fell over in 1952, so they left it there. Often on street corners they'll have these little areas here which they call parks, but they just kind of make me sad. Concrete and a few chairs and a drink fountain.